Hey there.
It's that time.
It is Thursday.
Yeah, do you know where you're at?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Where are
Uh,
we?
Opposite sex.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. See,
Yeah,
I ain't as dumb as I look.
1 o'clock. I didn't say you were dumb. I just say sometimes we get a little ruffled
What was
with
it?
our days.
The lyrics? I ain't quite as dumb as I seem.
It's not what I said.
I know. Well, but I was thinking it. Anyway, how are y'all? Glad to have you with us as we are every week. And we're into a new year almost now.
Yeah,
And
tax time.
oh boy, you had to bring that up, didn't you?
Well, I always think about January 1st and cleaning out the
the
files and
the files, yeah, and then
New
I
Year.
get the shredder going
Yeah.
to shred up all the old paperwork
Yep.
that we don't need anymore.
Yep.
Get ready to take it all to the accountant. Boy, you had to
Yeah.
bring that up, didn't you?
Sorry.
And but January is also the clearance sales.
White
Yeah,
sales.
white sales. Is that
White
why you're wearing
sales.
your white outfit?
No, really, but it's
It
funny.
fits.
It's funny I did.
Yeah. I don't know why it was, January so good for white sales. I mean, it usually wasn't one of the key items was bedding and
Yes, it
and
is.
and
And
sheets and linens
towels.
and everything.
Yeah.
And why particularly in January?
I think it's just getting ready for the new seasons coming up, like the spring.
Because nobody
And
nobody
so
spends their money on that at
during the
Christmas
year.
time,
Yeah.
because
No, because they're getting things for everybody else,
yeah,
not for their own house, not for
right.
them.
Not for themselves.
Excuse me.
But sometimes you know
Yes.
you save for something special. I mean,
Yes.
I think
You
there
attempt
there
to.
there are people that now I know that sometimes people will save to purchase something big like a vehicle. And the end of the year is usually a really good
Yeah.
time. That week before between Christmas and New Year's, really good time to buy a car because unless the dealership has made their quota and they figure they can still stiff you, they want their allocation for the next year depends on how many cars they sell
Wait,
this
wait,
year.
wait, wait. I thought that was in the summertime because in September, October, the new cars are coming
Well,
out.
the new cars come in and then they have incentives for you to buy the new current year models because the new models are coming out.
Yes,
But
yes.
if you wait until the end of December,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter whether it's a new car, a new vehicle, or a used vehicle,
Mm,
or this year's current model before
mm.
the new one. It's units. They need to sell as many units by the end of the year because that will
Oh,
determine what their allocation is for the
oh,
next year.
I don't think
So
of that.
very often you get down to those last few days of the year and they sometimes will cut some pretty
Some good
good
deal.
deals. You can even expand that toward the end of each quarter because a lot of dealerships are based on quarters. So the end of March,
Yeah.
at the end of June, I guess. Those are good times too. That if you're going to do a lease or you're going to do a purchase,
I thought it was always the end of any month.
it can be the end of any month, but particularly the
Better.
end of the third month
Okay.
because I mean, it could save you $100, but it could sometimes save you 1,000 or more
Mm.
just by negotiating at the end of that quarter, and finding out, hey, how's sales been? You say to the salesman, you got your quota in for the
Oh, like he's
quarter,
gonna tell you.
huh?
Like he's not gonna
No,
tell you.
you need one more sale. Let's
They always
get
need one more sale, I
and
think.
what's my line? I always tell them, go back to your desk and pull out the sharpest pencil
Yes,
you
that
can
is
find.
what you say.
I do.
Yes, yes, it
And
is.
I learned that from my father. Get your sharpest pencil.
But
Yeah.
we're talking about
Saving for something
saving.
special. Yeah. And I mean, a lot of people have, for instance, they just finished spending money that they have been saving all year. They put a
Hmm.
Christmas fund or a
Hmm.
holiday fund
Hmm. Right.
and all. They put money into that and they're saving for something special because they know that they want to have some extra bucks available when they buy those gifts for their kids and grandkids.
Right.
Some people this time of the year will start saving for their summer vacation. Some will even maybe start making plans. They're looking to see where do we want to go and what's the best time to book that reservation. or a cruise. Finding the best time to go on a cruise because
Yeah,
there
there are
are
times.
certain months, frankly, going to the Caribbean in the summertime is usually more affordable than going in the wintertime because the wintertime, everybody from the colder climates wants to get on a boat and go to the warmer
And
climates.
where are we going?
Well, we were thinking about going on a cruise.
We were?
We were thinking about going on a nice road trip. We were
Yeah,
thinking about doing something
we did.
special. And in the meantime, we're sitting on the couch and enjoying our new heating and air conditioning
No, we're
system
not sitting on the couch. We're gonna take two lawn chairs. We're gonna go outside
in the snow.
when it gets warmer
Oh, when it gets warmer, yeah. But I'm saying
and look at our
we
new air conditioner.
started
Just look at
take
it.
two folding chairs out by the new condenser
Take
and
lunch or
and
dinner out there
listen to it
to quiet
purr.
hum.
Yeah, we got nailed. Our heating and air conditioning system finally went out. And for those of you that are shaking your heads right now and knowing what we're going through, you know that that will pretty much eat up whatever special thing that you were saving for, whether it be a new refrigerator or a cruise or a new anything.
Yeah, who takes their friends when they come over and say, "Do you want to see my new washing machine? My new dryer? How would you like to go outside and see my new air conditioner?" I mean, it's so boring,
It's boring, but
but it's necessary.
it just it for the person that called up and said, "Hey, we're thinking about going away for a week at a private Airbnb or something up in the mountains. You want to join us?" Well, we would, but we're going to be sitting and enjoying the air conditioning or the heating,
Well, listen, at least we'll have heat or air.
and we will enjoy it. Yes, and we will
And
say, isn't this wonderful that we spent thousands of dollars to
I didn't ask the gentleman if we are gonna have one of those smart thermostats.
we are, we have it, you know?
We have one?
Yeah,
You consider that a smart one?
no,
The-
the new system that he just put in.
Oh, the
That
new
we
system.
have.
Oh, no,
Yeah,
no,
it's
no.
got the new digital thermostat, which I love because our old thermostat, you had to set a range for the heating and a range for the air conditioning. And if you were in between, you got nothing.
I
It
thought you were
was,
talking about the older one. Okay.
yeah,
That was,
that was the old one. The new one, the new one I can even program from my phone. We could be sitting on the couch, and if it's a little bit too cold, you just take your phone and you go up the
so can
thermostat.
I put it on my phone?
Yeah, it's on your phone. You
I
haven't
didn't
used
even
it
know.
yet?
No. I'll let you take care of it.
I'll show you
I'll let
how.
you
Yeah,
do all those things.
I'll either show you how or when your son comes over, he'll show you because he's got the same thermostat. In fact, Cody, the guy that put in our
Yeah.
new air conditioning system, he said, I'm putting in your house exactly the same system I have in my house. So that's good to know because if we have a problem, we just call our friend Cody.
And that's him.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's a little frustrating, but okay, so
But
let's say,
that's how you find out that life gets in the way sometimes and you plan for something special. And then reality hits you between the eyes, as it did years and years ago when we bought our first real house
mhm,
back in Illinois.
mhm,
We bought a house. It was really a lovely old house because it was almost 100 years old.
yeah,
And right from the get-go, for number one, we had a gravel driveway, and we knew that we wanted to have a paved
okay,
driveway. So that was a project. We also didn't have air conditioning in the house,
nope,
and we did not want to have window air conditioners. So we
nope,
decided we got a pretty good deal on the house, and so that we would do that. Once we had, those were the two key things that we
right.
started with. Once we started with those two key things, then everything started to happen.
But it's an old home.
The windows were
Isn't it?
failing, the gutters started falling off, and we had to replace those. I remember. So,
It's always something.
we're preaching to the choir here.
Yeah,
Because
everybody
I
knows
think
because
the
they've
people
gone
that are
through it.
watching and listening saying, I know exactly
Exactly.
what you're talking about.
But let's say, fast forward,
Okay.
it's another year or two,
Or two,
or 6 months, or
or
something,
or three.
where we can afford to take a really, really nice vacation.
Mhm.
Where would you go?
Well, I think that we have talked about it for so many years. You have a cousin in London that we have been trying to get to see for decades, not just a few years, but decades. We've been trying to get to London. So I think that would probably top my list if we were going to go outside the States.
Okay.
Inside the States,
Hmm.
national parks. There's so many
Well, we started
wonderful
to do
national
that.
parks.
Yeah.
And we've set our sights on it. But we've talked about going up through Wyoming and Utah and Montana
Hmm.
and going to some of the
Yeah, that's
national
been on
parks
your list.
up there. So yeah, you set your sights on those. How much it's going to cost to do it, you don't necessarily know. You can Google and find out different areas and what
Well, you can do a short week, depending, and then say, okay, so a few months down the road, then we'll do another park.
so
Or you
you're
can do it.
so you're saying take a short trip to a local park or something, and
No,
that's supposed to be the same thing as going to Yosemite?
no, if you want to go, you've been wanting to go to North Dakota, South Dakota, Montana, pick one instead of going to all three.
Well, but if you pick Montana, you got to go through Wyoming and Utah to get there.
But you could just drive through. You don't have to,
You're gonna,
you don't have to stay.
you're gonna have go to drive
You have
drive
to
drive
pick,
by Utah.
you have to pick one that you really, really want to go and see and spend some time.
No, well, the idea is to just pick a route that goes through a few of those, and you drive through each one of them. And if you go to one and you say, "Man, this is really,"
Then you can go back.
no, or you stop and say, "Let's spend an extra day here."
But that's what I'm saying. If you
Yeah,
don't have the money to spend all that time and energy, then you just pare it down just a little bit and then
yeah,
you go back
yeah.
later on.
Well, we'd love to see Lake Louise in Banff on the
Well, no,
Canadian border and all, but we ran out of money. So
actually, we were supposed to go there
so
for that wedding.
what do you want
Missed it.
on your Big Mac? Yeah, we're gonna,
We'll get there.
I mean, I think it's good that you have lofty ideas.
Mhm.
I mean, honestly, I would love another thing that I would always wanted to do was to travel coast to coast on a train. And be it the Canadian railway or to get on the train that goes through the Rocky
Mhm.
Mountains and you don't have to worry. It's like a cruise ship on
Right,
land.
right.
You have, your a club car, you
Mhm.
have your dining
You
cars,
know
you have
that
your
I think
stateroom.
it's almost as much, maybe probably more than a cruise. They have gotten so expensive. And I
It
don't,
could be, but you look for deals.
yeah, you do.
You look for a deal where you can travel, not go stop, go stop, go stop, but get a pass to go all the way through and just look at everything out the
Yeah, I
window on
think
the
it would
train.
be fun. I can't imagine sleeping.
On
I
the
mean, last
train?
time I slept on a train, I was a little girl.
Well, but that was on a train to
Um,
go from home to downtown Chicago,
no,
wasn't it? Oh,
no, we
oh,
took we took a long distance train.
okay.
We
Did you
had our
stay
own
in a,
club
oh,
car.
really?
Yeah,
I've never been in a club car.
yeah.
I've
It's
always been on the
interesting.
best was a reclining seat
No, no,
on a train.
but we were in bunks and stuff, and
Really?
yeah, yeah, it was great.
See, I'd like to,
We had our own bathroom. It
I'd
was
like to
really
try it.
nice.
But it's the same thing with cruises. I mean, you can get on a cruise, it's a few $100 for a week if you go on an inside cabin, which we have done. You don't have to be in a fancy stateroom. You can get a good price on a big cruise ship. But if you want to go on say a paddle wheel boat down the Mississippi River, could cost 3, 4 times as much
It could.
as a Caribbean
It
cruise.
could.
So
But
it's just a matter of what is the budget.
that's right.
And a lot of people will, instead of flying to a destination, will drive because you can save money on the road and all. Maybe you save a little money on where you stop to eat,
Well,
or you don't stay in the fancy hotels. You stay in a name brand motel. Tom Bodette always has the light on at Motel
oh, you know
6.
how I love those.
And my answer is, as long as it's just got a fairly comfortable bed and a shower, I'm fine. Because you're gonna just get in bed, sleep, get up early the next morning, get on the road again. If you're at your destination, you're not going to stay in a place like that. You want to stay in a place that's a little bit better. So you save money along the road.
Yeah. Whatever you say, honey. You make the plans, tell me when and where to.
Just take you, right? Just wherever
Yeah.
wherever we want to go.
Yeah.
But you asked me and I said London and and up through to the Pacific Northwest and everything. How about you?
Wherever you go, I go.
Where you lead, I will follow. Right?
Anywhere that you tell me to. Hey,
Well,
we're in it together.
that's right. And I got a good idea. Why don't you all follow us to next week for another episode of Opposite Saxes? Okay.
See ya then.
Bye.